We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace.
Usually when you think about a Trump voter, you think about a white male with a red hat on, but there were millions of black voters who picked Donald Trump this time. So I came here to talk to 3 of them, and I was surprised by what I found. You weren't always a Republican.
No, actually, I come from a family that was like super Democratic. My first time voting, I voted Democrat. I voted for Joe Biden.
What about Trump appealed to you?
Am I allowed to cuss?
Yeah, you can.
I mean, part of it is he's an asshole. I like authenticity.
You voted for Obama then you voted for Hillary Clinton in 2016, but 2020 you voted for Donald Trump. What made the change?
I began listening to someone. Her name is Candace Owens, and I read her book, and it just opened my eyes to maybe he's not this person that I have been led to believe that he was.
So you voted against Trump in 2016.
Yes.
But then in 2020 you voted for him?
Absolutely.
Why?
I saw how things were going during his first term, and I was pleasantly surprised, and I was pleased with what was happening. I saw the economy getting better. I saw country relations in certain countries getting better.
You know, people, when they think about a Trump voter, they usually think about like a white dude with like a red hat on and a pickup truck, and y'all are not that at all. So Donald Trump's team went in, they took down Harriet Tubman's picture for a quick minute. They're trying to like knock out the black museums. What does that have to do with the price of eggs, and how does that impact you?
In some ways, it's a slap in the face. In other ways, I don't care. I care more about how I'm going to take care of my children.
I don't think the average American cares about that. I know I am sick and tired of seeing black people sit there and complain about something, but not taking action and steps to actually try to change things in an appropriate manner.
This man is talking about running for a 3rd term. Now, what do you think about that?
The 3rd term, for me, absolutely not. I think it's at the end of these 4 years, it's time to move on.
This is a prime example of him trolling people, because people have said, like, oh, if he gets in the office, he's going to be a dictator. He's going to try to run for a 3rd term. So he's like, okay, y'all think I'm going to do that? I'm going to mess with y'all and say this to take y'all out.
I thought you loved this man because he's so authentic and he's such a truth teller.
But you need to know the difference between somebody trolling somebody, and this is a prime example of him being a troll.
In some ways, I was happier. In some ways, I was sadder. I'm going to tell you right now, there is a movement in Black America toward the Republican Party, and we talked to 3 people who are amazing representatives of that movement.
All right, so next, what happens, guys, is I'm sorry, Micca. You was about to say something. My bad.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. Go ahead and tell me what happens next.
So next, Van Jones asked those same 3 people, will they vote for Donald Trump again? And Roland Martin, please let me know in the chat if you're familiar with Roland Martin. Just a thumbs up if you're familiar with Roland Martin. As a matter of fact, not if you're familiar, if you understand or you respect what Roland Martin says, give me a thumbs up. If you don't understand nor respect what Roland Martin says, give me a thumbs down. But so Roland Martin is going to respond to Van Jones and those people on the panel, and he's going to show them blatant disrespect, all because they are Trump supporters. Now, I don't know why black leaders, quote unquote black leaders, feel like they have the position to say whatever the hell they want about black voters, but I'm gonna let them do what they do. Here's the video right here, guys. Hit the like button, all right? All right, and watch how he responds, and then me and Ms. Micca are going to come after this.
If you had to do it all over again, Would you vote for Donald Trump again? Yes or no?
Yes, I would. Now, in the future, I am not a diehard Democrat or diehard Republican. If there were a Democratic candidate who was more aligned for me, then I would vote Democrat.
If you go back in time, would you vote for Donald Trump? Yes or no?
Yes.
I think I might know the answer on this.
She said yes. It's immediately yes. No, I'm sorry.
If you had to do it all over again, would you vote for Donald Trump? Yes or no?
1000% absolutely yes.
John, those are three of the dumbest people I've ever seen in my life. Okay, so let me just unpack what I heard. Now, I know Morgan's like, oh, no, you can't go there. Actually, I can go there because those are three idiots.
Hold on, before he starts, look at this guy's face. Guys, look at the guy that's sitting to the far right of Swollen Martin, right? And I want y'all to see his face as Swollen Martin says what he says about the people who voted for Trump. Listen to watch his face. Watch his face, guys. He looked like something stink the whole time. Watch
Said
this.
absolutely yes.
John, those are
Look at him,
three
look at
of
him.
the dumbest people I've ever seen in my life.
Look
Okay,
at him.
so let me just unpack what I heard. Now, I know Morgan's like, oh, no, you can't go there. Actually, I can go there because those are three idiots.
Oh,
First and
you ain't got
foremost.
I want to
bald-headed
hear the
reason.
rationale. I want to hear the
No, here's why. First of all, when the woman in red, yeah, I was listening to Candace Owens. We know she lies. We know she just lies. Well, I was listening to Candace Owens and I read her book. Okay, you're listening to a grifter. Okay, so she's not giving you factual information. She's a grifter. Then let's go to this idiot dude who needs a haircut. Okay, so he's sitting here. Yeah, TikTok is the holy grail. I'm not getting my information from news channels. I'm getting it from TikTok. Here's what we know based upon polling. People who got information from news sources voted more so for Harris because they got factual information. Folk who got their information from non-news sources, they voted for Trump. So right there, he's listening to people who don't know what the hell they're talking about. Then, I kind of like it that he's an asshole. Okay. I don't know how you can run against that because if you just choose not to be an idiot, I don't know how you could do that. But then you got the other woman. I'm sick of black people who don't try to do something to fix the situation. I'm sorry. Those three were in North Carolina. I recall something called Moral Mondays. The environmental justice movement began in that state. They have been fighting fascism in North Carolina since Obama won in 2008.
Miss Micca, ladies and gentlemen.
Let me tell you, it took the entire life of me to not run over to my vanity just to get my toothbrush so I can comb the little hairs that he has on the top of his head. I'm gonna talk about somebody's hair. Next thing, okay, Roland Martin, okay, or Swollen, as y'all like to call him. I just call him Roland. But Roland Martin, has the nerve, got on a soccer shirt, cannot breathe. Okay, crew neck is not his friend. All right, none of that. I'm just like, how in the world does he talk about anybody? Okay. And then he's talking about, well, Candace Owens is a grifter. Nobody grifts more than Kamala. Okay. 1 minute do you have no sense, man? Next minute, she's you better thank the union worker. Like, come on. That is a grift. That is a hard grift.
Oh, I agree 1000%. One thing that really pissed me off is when he said that one of the guys said he gets his news from TikTok and not from news sources that are primarily owned by the left, news sources that are extremely biased, pushing propaganda. You got to beat them. You got to pretty much trap them in the corner and torment them to post the truth. As we saw, Stephen Miller was just now talking about all of this stuff about the baddest of the baddest immigrants that came to this country. Trump has been talking about this since nobody wanted to listen to him. Since his first his first time being president, he was talking about it. But the main news sources that Swollen Martin said that people should listen to, they buried these stories. The Hunter Biden laptop, they buried these stories.
Mhm.
Everything about Biden losing his damn mind, they buried these stories.
And then turned around and gave themselves rewards
And then turned around and gave themselves awards.
for bringing the story to light. Like, no, you got caught, and so you had to actually talk about it. Because Biden jacked up that debate so much, you couldn't deny it.
How are we the dumb ones because we support Trump? I mean, if you jump into their mind though, what are they trying to say about us?
They're trying to call us sellouts. That's essentially what they're saying. Okay. And it blows my mind, right? Let's just say, well, I don't really like the left, right? Meaning politicians, not people. I don't really like the left. But I would never say you don't have the right to be stupid. Like they have that right. Like they have the right to think Kamala is black. They have the right to think Joe Biden is not a racist. They have the right to think they're on their second black president when one is white and one is half white. So they have that right. But my thing about it is they don't want to give you that right. How is it that we're only allowed to have one side that we vote for? How do you have, how is that not, a system of authoritarian, what do they call it? Authoritarianism. I don't even know what the hell that word is. I don't know. I don't even talk about it.
Authoritarianism.
I don't know what the hell.
Yeah.
That word. Yes. That
one.
No. We don't have that system, but we can only vote one way. This is definitely China for black people.
Well, I used to watch Roland Martin. You used to watch him? Have you ever watched this show?
Yeah, like 3 times. Enforced.
You know what made me stop watching him was not that he was not giving me the truth or anything. I didn't like his sassy attitude toward women on the panel. He will have women on the show, and as soon as he disagreed with them, you won't hear those women again. He's talking over them, yelling, being catty, and then
he like Don Lemon.
Yeah, he's very much like Don Lemon. And if he's in that life, I wouldn't be surprised if he has a letter in the community, if he has his own letter.
Plus,
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, but I'm gonna tell you one thing. This interview right here pretty much embarrassed him. He had a conversation. Did you see the conversation that he had with King Randall?
Yes, I did. Mm-hmm.
Do you remember how King Randall destroyed that boy?
Yes, I did. He let a child destroy him.
Let me tell y'all, man, I don't know if y'all ever seen this before, but I have to run this past y'all just real quick because he had King Randall on his channel because King Randall was telling people that they should hold themselves accountable as a community. Roland Martin took offense to that because you already know that Roland Martin and anybody who is a student of his or anyone who's a fan of his, they are so used to being the victims and blaming the government, blaming the president. But when you have a young man who is saying, no, we need to do it ourselves, they hate when anybody start talking that language of what they call it, pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
Yeah, you can't pull yourself up by your bootstraps, and you definitely can't be black trying to do that. Mm-mm.
Oh, they hate that. They hate that. I want y'all to listen to this right here. And guys, if you have not hit the like button already, please make sure you do so. You already know that's the price of admission for these live streams. Is to simply like the video, all right? And share it too if you're feeling extra generous. All right, let's go.
We have to get out and go do for self in our own communities.
So
And the
okay,
only
so define do for
Go
self.
ahead. When I say do for self, you shared one of my tweets, my videos, and I was actually a big fan of yours, but you shared one of my tweets when I said Black people need to stop begging the government and go and do for self out in our communities. You shared the video and called me an idiot. I didn't see anything idiotic about that
No,
statement
no, no,
at
no.
all.
So when you say do for self, like what?
Mhm.
Explain that.
Okay.
Hold on. Why do you even need explanation? You are a man and you're an
Because
American.
he's a government peddler. Like if there was a salesman for the government, it would be Roland. Okay, Roland. That's what he's doing. He's like, oh no, you need the government. That's what he does this whole interview.
This is crazy. King Randall says, when I said we need to do for self, you call me an idiot.
Yes,
Why would you call somebody?
That's what he said.
Huh?
That's what he said. That's why I use the word idiot. That's what he does. If you don't agree with him, you're an idiot.
All right, let's roll it.
I didn't see anything idiotic about that
No,
statement
no, no,
at
no.
all.
So when you say do for self, like what?
Mhm.
Explain that.
Okay. For example, here in Albany, Georgia, we complain about our school systems a lot. Many of our young men can't read. They have very horrible literacy rates. We don't have any rehab programs here for juvenile offenders. What I decided to do, I started a program 2 years ago, decided to do for self, and I started taking children into my home. I started taking custody of kids from juvenile court, and I started molding them and training them and teaching them skilled trades, etc. Now I'm 21 years old. I just purchased a school here in Albany, Georgia, to combat us being in the government-funded schools that are not teaching our children what they need to learn. So that's what I mean by do for self, simply getting up and going out and do it.
So
I beat the stereotype that I'm young, Black in America, and I can't do anything because somebody's holding me down. Absolutely not.
So a question.
Teenagers went and go ahead. Me and some teenagers went and bought a school, and we just bought a school bus simply from going out and doing work. We decided to go fix our own communities. I'm not expecting anything from no politician. I'm not expecting nothing from Donald Trump, Joe Biden, or nobody. We're gonna go do it for ourselves, and that's what I believe we need to be doing. I can vote, sure, but nothing's gonna change in our community.
So you went to.
Hold on. So what's wild is I think King Randall is what, like almost three times less his age.
He just turned 24.
Just turned 24. Roland, how old is Roland Martin? Let me see. Hold on.
95. It's okay.
Hold on. Roland Martin is, and I'm only asking because you have a young man who is 24 years old now.
But
Roland Martin
you know them civil rights Negroes.
Whoa.
Oh,
wait a minute.
Right. Them Negroes, you're not gonna get them to change.
Wait a minute. No, this can't be right.
Yeah, it's right.
This can't be right.
It's right.
Ain't no way this is right.
It's right. He's 70.
I'm seeing more than that.
I said it was 95.
Hold on. Wait, hold on. Look.
He's 105. I told you.
126. Is this true? This can't be true. This ain't true.
I think he's probably born like 1950.
He's born in 1968 or something like that.
Okay. So yeah, I would have gave it like 1950.
Yeah, why they say this man is 80? Why they doing like that?
And my grandpa was born 1949, child.
Wow. All right, so he's 56 years old. He's talking to King Randall. King Randall is cooking him. And not one time did he say congratulations. Not one time did he say, as a man, you should be comfortable saying this. As a man, he should say, you know what, young man, you're right. I shouldn't have called you that. Everything you're doing right now is on a level. As a matter of fact, I wish more men were like you. He didn't say nothing like that.
They're not interested in you learning how to actually do for yourself. They want you to stay on the government program. And so being that there's a big movement with Black and Latino people to get off the plantation and actually do for themselves, they don't like that. And I mean, and they especially don't like it when it's y'all. Because they know the power of the man, which is why they got you out the house in the first place.
If they know the power of the man, how come they won't nourish that so that we can help build a better nation. If men are actually being men out here, then that means there's going to be less crime. That means young ladies are going to be brought up more respectable. Like there's going to be a trickle effect that's going to be nothing but positivity. Why don't we encourage this?
Why would they want that?
The federal government could still benefit if we lift each other up and encourage one another.
It's not the federal government, it's the Democrats. Because let's be clear. Everything that they're talking about on that interview, Donald Trump has talked about. The MAGA movement talks about. Okay. And to a degree, Republicans in general have talked about. You know, because you got some rhinos that's just, but yeah, they already talk about these things, right? Because when you have more enterprise, when you have more businesses, when you have more family units, like you make more money that way. Okay, and you have generations to do it. We don't really have a generation of people behind us. Like I'm behind your generation, the generation behind me.
It's not too late.
No, it's not. Which is why it was very important for them to be involved in this election, which a lot of them were.
Yeah.
And that's what they're mad about, because usually the Democrats have the younger vote, but Trump had it. And not only that, he had the male vote, which is critical. And not only that, he had the white male, which is what they can't get at all. And they saw a decrease in the black male, which is damning. So if the country is so racist, so bad, so this and that, why do two people on different sides of the spectrum vote the same way? Yeah, it's going to take, and I told you this before, it's going to take men to course correct it. If you keep voting like a black woman, you know, Roland likes to wear that shirt. Vote like a black woman.
Vote like a black woman. I was at the gas station probably like an hour ago, a little more than an hour, about an hour and a half ago. And this lady over in the next pump had on the Kamala Harris shirt.
I know she want to burn that for fun.
Listen, she representing everywhere around Maryland. You're gonna get praise for that shirt. You better know it. You walk up in the restaurant wearing that shirt, you getting praise. A bar, you get praise.
She over there talking about pachyderms.
Pachyderms.
Mm-hmm.
What's a pachyderm?
An elephant.
Okay, I learn something new every day.
She was over there talking about elephants in her little speech. You know, the elephants got around each other and they get close to the most vulnerable. You know, like it's. Don't you just love that metaphor?
Yo, you sound just like her. You did a damn good Kamala. That's a damn good Kamala.
Because she's so phony. She's so
that was a pretty good Kamala. Camel toe. Oh, that's camel toe.
Camel toe.
No camel toe and queefs in the chat, please. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Trying to go on my Donald Jaquavius Trump. Leave him alone.
Yeah, Donald Jaquavius.
Jaquavius, that's his middle name.
Hey, what's going on with Ilhan Omar?
Somebody ought to put that lady at Gitmo.
Now, I saw this one guy.
He's a sleeper. I'm telling y'all.
He's the prime minister of Somalia, and he gave a speech, and he was praising Ilhan Omar.
I bet he was. I told you. That lady
praising her.
Is a sleeper cell. Put her at Gitmo.
And I also see that she said some other things as well. I'm gonna play a little bit of this so y'all can know what I'm talking about. Hey, do me a favor. Hit the like button, gang. I'm gonna need y'all to do that. Hit that like button. If you don't, I'm gonna jump through the screen and I'm gonna choke somebody. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that, but yeah, I had her video pulled up and I can't even find it right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
Ilhan.
Ilhan Omar. Let me go
What is
and
her
pull this
name?
one up.
Like, how do you pronounce it?
Hmm?
Ilhan. Ilhan.
Ilhan Omar, and she was talking about how white men are the enemy, and
Oh
she's
yes,
married to
yes,
one.
yeah. Aren't they all?
Yep.
Aren't they all on the Democratic side? White men are always the problem. Meanwhile, Glitter Bottoms over there, he's with a white man. Okay.
Glitter bottoms,
Yeah,
really?
you know him.
Wow.
Mo.
Wow. You really mess with the lemons.
Drop.
So this is her husband right here. I guess they're in service, praising God, giving them some praise for all the white men.
A lot of conservatives in particular would say that the rise in Islamophobia is a result not of hate, but of fear, a legitimate fear, they say, of quote unquote jihadist terrorism, whether it's Fort Hood or San Bernardino or the recent truck attack in New York. What do you say to them?
I would say our country should be more fearful of white men across our country, because they are actually causing most of the deaths within this country. And so if fear was the driving force of policies to keep Americans safe inside of this country, we should be profiling, monitoring, and creating policies to fight the radicalization of white men.
The radicalization of white men. Thank you so much, Shannon, for pulling up and for the super chat. Love the way you guys work together so well. Thank you so much.
You.
We try. We try. It's getting better. It take a little moment to get it, to deal with. Never mind. You look like deal with. So Ilhan Omar said that there's a radicalization of white. Are you familiar with what she's talking about?
No, I'm not familiar with anything this woman is talking about. This woman is a sleeper cell. This woman should be at Gitmo. The woman literally talks about how to use the United States, okay, to advance Somalia. I'm telling you, she's a sleeper cell. She's coming in from the inside. And I remember when she was talking about the USAID. The reason why she didn't like that is because they were giving Somalia money.
Oh yeah, they got like close to like 80, was it 80 billion?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
like $80 billion, something like that, and probably a little more than that, a bit more than that.
Yeah, that woman
Yep.
is, yeah. So this is why I say, at the end of the day, when people say you need to have an allegiance to this country, yeah, because you get people like that. When people say there needs to be a vetted process when you come in, with immigration, or stop using the, I can come here and just because I had a baby here, my child is a citizen. Right. Because you get people that have absolutely no allegiance to here, like a lot of Chinese people do, right? And their children have dual citizenship.
Wow.
So I'm just like y'all act like you don't understand these things. Everybody else does. The Chinese do. The Russians do. Okay, the Europeans do. The ones that aren't in the the union. The ones in the union, they're just like America.
And I kept hearing too that she got her American citizenship under false pretenses. Apparently, she said that she was her brother's wife in order for him to get his American citizenship as well. So how is she able to get into office? How is she able to serve and get voted into office in our country if that happened?
It's called a lie. But let's be clear, even if she's married to her brother, she's married to a United States citizen or somebody with naturalized, citizenship. Right? It's the same thing. I mean, even though it's supposed to be illegal in this country, for Democrats, they overlook a lot of things.
Yeah, I heard it was because they just now found out this American guy had like 3 wives and around the country or in different countries or something like that, but he's an American citizen.
Well, polygamy is quote unquote illegal in this country, and I think incest is too, right? Like you can't marry, like, I guess, like the first line.
Why would somebody need that to be a rule?
Cousin.
Why would you need that to be a rule?
Because you need that to be a rule because a lot of people do it. Let's be clear.
What?
Yeah.
What the hell is wrong with people?
A lot of people do it. On top of that, the royals do it a lot. Meghan Markle is related to that man. I don't know if you know that.
I didn't.
Yeah, they're cousins.
So they really trying to keep it in the family.
No, that's how the royals have always done it. That's how you keep the blood because white people. But yes, that's how they've always done it.
I'm sorry, go ahead. I gotta ask them something.
They only decided to spread it out once they started, I forget the name of the syndrome, but it started to make their children deformed because it was so close. So they started to spread it out some. Okay, maybe not your first cousin, or maybe not sometimes.
I was once told that they only did that in West Virginia. Like that's where all of the
They only do what in West Virginia?
I was told that people who live in West Virginia, great majority of them were products of incest.
Well, quiet as kept. A lot of the people from the projects are a product of incest. They've been there for generations, messing with the same people.
Jesus.
And it's a big thing in that type of community. They just don't talk about it. The people, I guess, wherever you're talking about West Virginia, they're just like, it's my cousin, whatever.
Yeah. I heard.
In these communities, they don't talk about it. But let's be clear, it happens in all communities.
Yeah, they said especially in the Indian community, like in India, they said they definitely go first cousin. Like it's an epidemic or something like that. Like they're trying to get them to stop that.
Well, and like I said, it's because some countries or cultures try to keep certain things within their family's bloodline. And then you got to remember too, it was a thing about, whether the child is the person's or not. So that was another way they would know and keep it all in the bloodline. But yeah, they still practice that to this day. If you Google it right now, you will find that Meghan Markle, okay, and her dude are related. Just like here, all the presidents are related. It's not a coincidence. Like, it's definitely not a coincidence. It does cause birth defects, yes. And it's not a myth, Dana. So what happened with the Spanish? Like
they're debunking what you're saying, by the way. Just let you know.
They're not debunking anything I'm saying because I understand European history.
No, I'm just saying what I Google. You said Google it, and they saying no.
No, they're not. Who?
I'm gonna show you. Right. Look, right here.
Mm-hmm.
It's the very first answer that came up.
Watch this. Watch it be a liberal. That is AI. Go to an actual source. Go to an actual source. Mm-hmm. Keep going. Keep going. They like 8th cousins.
8th?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how far down the line is that?
I can't really see it. So just
All
go
right,
to
so
the
forget it
source.
then. Forget it
No,
then.
go to a source.
No, forget that. No, forget that. I don't want to. I don't want to. Focus on the black lady that's married to the white prince and all
She's
that
not
stuff.
black.
I do want to ask the white people something though. I'm serious because do y'all get tired of people hyper focusing on the white race and plotting against you publicly? Do you get tired of it? I'm asking because I see a bunch of stuff online on X. Did you see the guy, the young kid that was talking about he want black people to all band together and there need to be blood in the streets and all this other stuff. Like we need to do something to them because they're going to kill us if we don't do anything to them.
No.
Yeah. Judge Joe Brown will drop receipts on this. Hey, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you, big dog. True business. I appreciate it, man. Tired of it affecting my sons. Yeah. Like, okay, so let me show you what I'm talking about because the LFR family, huh?
Before you do that,
Go ahead.
I just want you to know. Okay. Elle Magazine did a whole story on it.
Marco are distant cousins according to their family tree. Okay, all right. So he went back and a couple of branches back.
They're closer than that. They're just trying to not make it as bad. They're all related. They have to be.
They don't want to make it weird.
But
I see. Okay. All right. I see. That is they cousins. They getting it in like they not supposed to. I mean, they're not supposed to get it in.
They all have to be.
But I want to show you something. I really want to show you this because I want to hear your opinion.
Okay.
All right.
Sure.
All right. And guys in the inside of the chat, I want to hear your opinion too. All right. And also anyone who vehemently disagrees with me or have something something to say against what my stances are, please put your hands up if you want to join me on the stage and rap to me. I would love to have you up here. Why are you laughing?
Oh, laughing. Silly.
Nah, I like
talking.
When
the chat disagrees. Let's go, chat.
Nah, listen, I want to hear it. All right, so here we go. Hold on, let me add this to the stage.
But I want to get the shit out of my chest because I can't take it no more. But I need white people to really start being white supremacists again. I need you guys to tap into that shit.
Hold on.
And do it again, please, because this country.
Hold on. I can't even get into it.
You heard it?
Beep? Was that was that a beep? Exactly. Exactly. Thank you, True Biz.
Hey, True Business, thank you for the super chat, big dog. Appreciate it.
You.
All right, so hold on. That might.
I couldn't even get. I was trying to listen to what she was saying. I swear to goodness, and I just heard. Beep.
Okay. All right, let me see, because that beep that chirp is racist, man. That's a racist chirp.
And this goes to show all y'all doing. If there are racist people, you're only proving them right. Every damn video
has that chirp.
But I want to get the shit out of my chest because I can't take it no more. But I need white people to really start being white supremacists again. I need you guys to tap into that shit. And do it again, please, because this country is out of control. I mean, goddamn, we got little kids thinking that they could be fucking females, and we got black people thinking they built America. This shit is crazy. And honestly, if you guys don't do anything about it, your whole generation is going to be completely I mean, come on now. You guys are getting killed off right now. And you guys, it seems like you guys are okay with it. Your women are getting raped, that's for sure. By Muslims and blacks. It's happening all the time. You see it. And nobody say anything because you can't say nothing bad about a Muslim or a black man.
Hold on.
Okay. The chirp and the belt is sending me. Like, why? Why?
That's one of them Lorton CO belts. And she looked like a correctional officer. Not that anything's wrong with that. Any correct?
On a lunch to work. It's sending me. Okay. Like she has to. Thank you. Yeah, she got to be trolling. Like I can't even listen to what she's saying because there's so much nonsense around it. Okay. What is happening? Next time she just needs to sit in front of the camera, no movement.
She got to be. Everything about this video has to be fake, in my opinion.
Nah.
Van, question: why don't black people change their alarm batteries? Wow, that's racist. Somebody block him.
Nah, that's fact. And you want to know something? I had never heard it in my life, right? And when I moved to Maryland, I started going, to different people's houses. You got these big houses, and I used to hear, beep, and I thought it was just like maybe like a door or something. And one day I just finally asked, I was like, excuse me. What's the chirping sound? Y'all got alarms? Oh no, that's the battery. That's the alarm. So why don't you change it? It's telling you need to change it.
Why you only going over black people's house? You ain't got no white friends?
I grew up with white people. I've had enough.
Oh, my bad.
I got enough of white friends. I got enough white cousins.
She said I've had my fill.
Yes.
Of white people.
Yes. I got tons of those. Okay. I got tons of them.
You hear this?
And out here.
You hear this?
Exactly. You ain't gonna never hear it.
But you know what he's saying, right?
Oh.
Exactly.
Well.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Hey, Roger Perkins, so am I, bro. So am I, but we got to fix it somehow.
Oh, you can let them rape. Go ahead, let them rape. But don't say anything about being racist. Don't say that, right? You guys need to stop it, okay? I don't know. I think Alex Jones was right about the whole frog gay shit because white people used to be so strong. And you guys now are literally letting a word, racism. The word racism is killing your whole generation. It is. You're scared to be a racist. You better be a racist because if you're not, this is going to kill you off. Basically, racism means the death of white people.
The moral of that story is, if you got that beat going on in the background, your whole argument is void.
The rule is if you change the battery and it's still beep, I want you to check the smoke detector to see if it's older than 6 months. If it's older than 6 months, no matter how many times you change that battery, it's still spent. You have to change it. Okay, that is a safety rule. So if you put fresh batteries inside of a spent smoke detector, it's still going to beep. Just want you guys to know that. So if you go and find that smoke detector that's going off and it's annoying the hell out of you in the house, and you finally find it and you change out that battery and you see that you're still having the same issues, it's because it's time to change out the smoke detector.
No, they don't hear it.
Huh?
They don't hear it.
What you mean? Black people don't hear the beep?
No.
You wait a minute. That is racist. Don't do that. I'm black and I hear the damn beep. Don't do that. No, you're trying to act like that's just something that only.
You are a man. I've been to plenty of I got my own house. Those. I've been to those. Okay. And I'm telling you right now, they don't hear it. You know why? Because it's the same thing. Like, you know, if it's something going off in your house, right? Let's say you're getting something fixed and you block out the sound. After a while, they just block out that damn sound. You're the only one that hear it at this point. I'm telling you. That's why it's still there. She was doing a whole video. Did she flinch? Not one time. And she posted it.
Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking she added that sound post edit.
No, that's her house, baby. That's her house. I don't understand. It's a piercing sound. I never understood why.
Okay. I watch.
Well, our next story is for you. All right. So Jasmine Crockett, one of your favorite politicians, Trump was talking about her when he was sitting across from NBC's. He just now had an interview on NBC, and he was asked about. He said something about Jasmine Crockett. Hey, don't do that. Don't do that, B. Don't do that, B. You always showing yourself to be a daggone mean person.
Pick it up in his chat.
Yeah, y'all are something else.
Go ahead.
Y'all need to pay attention. Y'all something.
That's why I always go full screen.
Jesus. All right, so here we go. Dingbat Crockett.
I can't name one Democrat. I mean, I look at the Democrats, they're in total disarray. They have a new person named Crockett. I watched her speak the other day. She's definitely a low IQ person. And they said, she's the future of the party. I said, you have to be kidding. I don't know what they're going to do. And I really believe in a two-party system. Because it's good to be challenged. It's really good to have a two-party. You know, it's good. Being challenged is okay. It keeps you sharp. I don't know what they're going to do. They have nobody. Bernie's 87 years old or something. And, you know, Biden is the worst thing that ever happened to old people because he was grossly incompetent. And I think maybe for art.
What is wrong with Trump? This is hilarious. Trump is hilarious, bro. Trump is absolutely hilarious. I promise you, he's hilarious.
God, he is. Oh.
Trump is hilarious. Like he just go from one point to another, and he's firing them all up.
Leave, and then he come back.
All of them can get it. Yeah, that's the weave. That's the weave. Y'all need to learn how to do that. Trump is wild, man. I think the problem is cultural, not black or white. It's who pays attention and deals with the little thing, the little things, and those that don't care until things are big issues. I will only deal with petty people. Okay, True Business. Thank you so much, True Business. Shout out to True Business. True Business need to have his own show. Yes, and Eric, yes. Too many racist jokes, bro. You only get two. Go on with that.
Would you say you only get two?
You only get two.
Who only get two?
Eric Winslow.
Oh.
He's throwing out racist jokes. Okay, let's get back to y'all wild president.
Nobody. Bernie's 87 years old or something. And you know, Biden is the worst thing that ever happened to old people because he was grossly incompetent. And I think maybe for artificial reasons, you know, he had operations and things. So maybe that's an artificial. But I know people that are unbelievably sharp and they're older than 87. But I watch Bernie Sanders. He's a nut job, but he's still sharp. He's sharp as he's the same guy he was. He hasn't gone down. But Biden is really, he's the worst thing to happen to old people.
Yes.
Wow.
I 100% agree. I 100% agree. The first point about Ratchet Crockett, I definitely agree. I told you a long time ago. I used to just think it was an app, right? And then I told you, no, she's really
not very smart.
No, she's not. Like, she's just not. And you know, I don't really care if she is or not. The problem is that they're pushing this to younger girls that are actually smart, okay, that can actually go somewhere. They're pushing this type of behavior. So you dumb down the society with this nonsense. And that's the problem. That's the real problem. Her AOC, okay? AO crazy is a nut job. That woman is a nut job. I assure you.
Did you say AO crazy?
Yes. That is her. That is her. She's nuts. So you got her, you got Ratchet Crockett, and you have it's one more. It's one more. The bald-headed one.
Simone Biles. I mean Simone.
I know you're talking about Ayanna Presley.
Not Simone.
Not Simone
Ayanna.
Saunders. Not Simone Saunders. No.
Oh, that's a whole lot of weave, wild eyes, like big old eyes.
Yes. Simone Saunders. Bald head, lashes, all that good. Yeah, her. They're all the same. Her, Ilhan, all of them. All of them. Just nuts. It's crazy. Yeah, at the end of the day, Trump is right on that. And then he's also right on the fact that Joe Biden was the worst thing to happen to old people. Okay, because it made everybody look at an old person for running the country as like, because you think they're all going to end up like Joe Biden.
They all do.
Like, they should have sat that man down. Anytime you have a president up there giving a speech and he has the paperwork and then he just yells out in the crowd, who's next? Yeah, it's time for him to go. Anytime you have a president that falls up the steps, it's time for him to go. Anytime you have a president that's just yelling in the crowd about a lady that's been dead for like a couple of years, yeah, it's time for him to go. You remember when he did that?
No, I don't.
Yeah. He was yelling in the crowd, like, where's, and it's like, sir.
Oh, he was asking for somebody that wasn't here no more?
Yes.
Was it like a ghost in the crowd or something?
No, it's like the man is senile. It was elder abuse. I swear to goodness. They should have sat him down.
Was that in the last year of his presidency or last 2 or 3 years?
Yes, the last couple of years. Like the first year he got in, after that, I told you I could see it because I have a grandmother that passed from advanced dementia. So I know what I was talking about. Everybody fought with me, of course, because they're Trump deranged, but they fought with me. I'm like, I'm telling you, it's something off. I'm telling you. It's no way. You don't fall up the steps. It's no way.
Lyndon Duncan, off topic, can't say done in or firearm. I was watching this morning, so I'm late. Well, welcome back, Linda, and I appreciate you pulling up. One time she pulled up just to say I'm too late with my live stream and then rolled out. Sent in the super chat to say she about to leave. Yeah, that's something. Yeah, that's something. True business. Why y'all talking about Jasmine Crockett? Crack.
And the way he says Crockett is hilarious. He puts so much emphasis on that last part. I love it. I love it. What?
She's gonna be around for a long time.
Yeah, they're look.
They love her over there.
Her, yeah. They also love Nancy Pelosi. They also love
Hillary.
What's her name? No, the other dry wigger. Maxine Waters.
Maxine. Oh yeah, Auntie Maxine.
Mm-hmm. I don't know who that is.
It was Sheila Jackson of Texas that passed away.
Correct. And so she put her there. She put her there. That's how she got there.
Oh, she took her seat after she passed away.
No, she put her there.
Oh, she put her in her seat.
Yes.
Oh, wow. That's good looking out right there. Somebody said, look, I want her.
They normally do.
They found a successor.
No, they find who they want to put in these seats anyway. What did you vote? Well, you didn't vote for Kamala, but who voted for Kamala? Nobody.
Thank you, Brown Eyes.
Nobody. Who asked for Hillary Clinton? Nobody. The Democratic Party put them there.
You said unalived. I find that word irritating. You're absolutely okay. I got you. So you're saying instead of saying unalived, say done in. Okay, I got you. So they got done in instead of they got.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know, YouTube is funny. So
yeah, YouTube is weird, Linda. But thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm gonna try to find new words to throw at y'all. You heard about Ryan Hinton, Rodney Hinton Jr.
Who's that?
4 kids was driving in the car. 4 to 18, they was 18 teenagers. 4 teenagers was driving in the car, stolen car. They got chased by the police. They crashed it, got out, stopped running. Police was on the scene. They jumped out. Ryan Hinton, he slipped. And when he slipped, his gun hit the ground. He picked up the gun and it was kind of blurry. So you ain't see if he pointed it or if he did anything, but he was still running. But before any of that, they yelled gun, they shot him, and he died right there on the scene. The next day, his father came to the station, and he saw the webcam, he saw the camera footage and everything, and then he left. The next day, one of the retired police officers that were on the scene, not even the one that shot his son, was somewhere else directing traffic at a college ceremony, and the father sought him out, ran him over, and killed him. Now Black America is praising the father, and people is one of them things again. We're back at it again. It's like every single week we have another race thing to discuss, something else that's going on.
I mean, they have these things all the time, right? It's just that in Trump's America, they're going to make sure it's highlighted. Things happen every day.
They're not highlighting black on black crime still. They're
never going to highlight it. They're never going to highlight it. They don't highlight how much that happens right in this area. They don't even highlight. I mean, look at what's happening with the Maryland man. They don't like to highlight how much MS-13 is here. They don't like to do that.
Yeah, they want to act like they're not here at all. We're just making them up.
When women around here are getting found every day, and I do mean every day. I could literally do a story. So no, they're only highlighting this because it makes for racial tensions.
Do you think it's working?
What you're telling me and what I'm hearing, I don't know. Like I would have to actually see footage for either side.
All right. Well, let me show you a little bit of what's going on. And again, guys, hit the like button so y'all can know what's going on as well. Here we go.
The father of an 18-year-old killed in an officer-involved shooting on Thursday. A suspect charged with aggravated murder. Here's ABC's Christiane Cordero.
Tonight, authorities say the shooting of an 18-year-old captured on police body cam is connected to the death of an Ohio deputy after that teen's father allegedly hit him with a car a day later. Prosecutors say the attack was calculated and premeditated. Cincinnati PD responding to reports of a stolen Kia at an apartment building Thursday morning. 4 suspects then fleeing police. Among them, 18-year-old Ryan Hinton. Body camera shows Hinton fall as he tries to run away. Police say they heard a metal clinking sound they believe was a gun.
He's got a gun! He's got a gun on your right! He's got a gun!
As Hinton emerges from behind a dumpster, authorities say another officer firing 4 or 5 shots.
The officer says that he saw the suspect point the firearm at him.
Yes. Just 6 seconds passed between when police arrived and gunshots rang out. Officials say they tried administering medical aid. Hinton was struck twice and died. Investigators saying this gun was recovered from the scene allegedly found in Hinton's possession. On Friday, a day after that shooting and 2 hours after the Hinton family reviewed the body camera footage, according to the family's lawyer, a driver crashing a car into a Hamilton County deputy directing traffic near a commencement ceremony, killing him. The suspect, authorities say, is Ryan Hinton's father, Rodney Hinton Jr. Hinton's attorney calling the officer's death a horrific tragedy. At his first court appearance today, Hinton walked through a room packed with law enforcement. He's now charged with aggravated murder. The Hamilton County Sheriff says the deputy's death was a tremendous loss. Hinton Jr. is currently being held on no bail. His bond hearing scheduled for Tuesday.
It's wild. That is wild.
My baby girl calling me. I'm upset, baby girl. The baby girl.
We know these young niggas
All
carry
right,
weapons.
so hold on. So before you give me any feedback, I want you to hear this right here. Now, this
The
right
father
here.
of an 18-year-old killed in an officer-involved shooting on Thursday. The suspect charged with...
All right. So check this out right here. Now, this young girl right here is reporting on it herself real quick.
Child, y'all heard about that daddy that just ran over the police that unalived his son?
Morning, Cincinnati officers tracked down a stolen vehicle.
Police in there chasing these 4 teens in this car.
4 people get out and start.
You only see 6 seconds of this video. It was foggy as shit. Like the cop, this cop was a retired cop. He wasn't even supposed to be on duty to be doing shit like this. He's some old ass cop who claimed he saw a gun, and then another officer said that the gun fell from him. Now we know these young niggas carry weapons. And for them to just shoot little buddy just because he was running, I mean, they're running. He shot Buddy and unalived him. Now the daddy went and viewed the footage of said what happened, and after this they say he stayed quiet and pleasant and left the room. Now this happened next.
On MLK Drive, a deputy is working traffic control for UC graduation when a driver crashes into.
Yes, he put this foot on the gas and ran that motherfucker over. He just unalived his son. Get back at his finest. This some Facebook tea. Now, right when this was going down, this lady had made a post. She claimed in this post that she just saw a woman run over a sheriff. Then she said she saw a man in the car unconscious. And if you can see, you see Buddy in the picture. He got this knot on his head. Now, at first I thought the police officer must have beat him up. But what she said, her claims could be true. He probably ain't even the one did it. It must was the old girl, the mama or something that did it. He just gonna take the blame. I don't know. This all allegedly. This is what I saw on Facebook. He ain't got no bond. And they done set up a GoFundMe for everybody to, you know what I'm saying, donate, because he a superhero. He just sat over there and ran over a cop that did something to his son. He's super in my eye. Y'all go ahead and donate. He got his securities and all his stuff on there where you can put money on his books.
This is the dumbest stuff. This is dumb. This is absolutely dumb. First of all, he didn't even, let's just say I agreed with everything that this father did. He didn't even run over the guy that actually did it. So how is he a hero? To me, that sounds like a coward. Do your homework. How about you do your homework since you want to be a killer? You go do your homework and actually find the person that did it. You just roll up on innocent people or somebody that you saw at the scene.
They actually got a video of him that that people are just loving because of how he was walking, looking at the police officers. Like he was mad dog.
Deranged? Yeah, the left loves derangement. It makes absolutely no sense. Y'all got all this smoke. Let's just say, before I even get to the other stuff, let's just say he's right about everything. Y'all got all this smoke, all this for people that the quote unquote police unalive. I'm sorry, done in, whatever y'all said. Y'all got all that smoke for them. Meanwhile, babies every couple of minutes dying in Chicago. Meanwhile, all the little girls around here getting snatched up by MS-13, and y'all over there trying to keep people here. Y'all don't care. They don't care. They actually do not care. They don't care. They don't care. They don't care about that man or that little boy. I assure you. They wouldn't have gave him a shirt if they would have saw them. They don't care. It's fake outrage. Like when I tell you, they call it a community. That is not a. It's not a community. It's the word I want to use. Okay, that's what it is. A group of them. Because at the end of the day, like there's nothing, and I do mean absolutely nothing. Wait about any of the situation, whether he picked the right person or not. It's nothing to celebrate about that whole situation.
I'm with you on that. Even if he feels vindicated, he's not. His son is not coming back. Your son was.
And what are you doing as a dad that your son is out here being a Hawaiian? Where are you at? Where are you? And I don't want to hear this, oh, kids make mistakes. No. Your son is a YN. Kids that make mistakes, they go to the mall, they might steal something. Kids that make mistakes, they might not come back at curfew. That's a mistake. Stealing a car, carjacking, that's not a mistake. That's intentional. Your child is a YN. Why? Seems to me like the daddy won.
The daddy is definitely one. Yeah, Owen.
Yeah.
Or MAN. Middle-aged nigga.
Yeah.
Not a man.
Yes. I don't get it. They did the same thing here in DC when those girls hopped into that Indian guy's Uber, tried to steal it. It overturned. It killed that man. It threw him from the car. They got out. The first thing that they're worried about is, oh, where's my phone? They didn't even care. That man's body sitting over there lifeless. And all the black people, they're just girls. They just no.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, well, people are so quick to just throw away black kids. Nope. If they was white, their asses can go too. Like, I'm sick of degeneracy. But the problem is everybody would get rid of the degenerate on the white side. You would see it. You would be like, that's a degenerate. But for some reason, for black kids, we got to coddle it. We got to act like we don't see what we see. I see a YN and his daddy too. How does that make the other black kids better? How does that make the quote unquote black community better? It irritates my soul that if you don't condone degeneracy, if you don't condone any of the nonsense, you're not black. Well, thank God. I'd rather not be. Because there's no way I can sit there and condone that. I wouldn't condone taking a child's life, just like I wouldn't condone taking that man's life. It's sad that a 14, 15-year-old boy is gone. Yeah, because it don't have to be that way. But what are y'all teaching your kids? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Half the time I don't even see discipline. I don't see any type of structure. Like it's a generation of just YNs. Like it's a generation of them. And unfortunately, the young ones growing up don't even realize that they're being brought up that way. They're being programmed to be that way. The liberal schools is doing that, teaching these boys that is nothing wrong, you're a victim, da da da. They're not teaching them to be men. That you go home, the father is teaching them to be another way, the mama, all of that. And then they call it Black culture. I grew up with old people. I'm gonna tell you right now, that's not Black culture.
Quiet as kept. They want a race war. Who
Yes, they
they
do.
don't. Yeah, this race issue was dying out through the 80s and 90s. I miss those days. Shake my head. Yeah, we were really trying. Seemed like everybody want that smoke now.
No, everybody don't.
Hey, true business. Thank you, brother.
Everybody don't. And this is not the first time that they did it. They did it with Obama. They did it with Obama, right? Because George Bush and that presidency was just so idiotic. People started to come together. As soon as they put, Barry in there, everybody went back to sleep. Everybody went back to sleep. And they, they can sit around and talk about the oligarchy now, but they couldn't see that Barack Obama's whole cabinet was nothing but Wall Street. The entire Wall Street, Goldman Sachs, all sitting there. That was his cabinet. It makes absolutely no sense. That's what that's why I swear to goodness, I cannot. That's why I tell you, man, I can't vote for a liberal. It's a disease. Like you have to be, you have to be dumb. Like you have to be dumb. There's no way. Because these what these kids are experiencing is from the liberal side.
They love hatred. Abe the Hunter. Thank you, Abe.
Yeah, they do.
1320 Bushido.
They do.
You remember what Chris Rock said?
Yep. There's black people. That's how how you talk all that. There's black people, and then there's and that's what it is. And I don't care who feel away about it. And I'm gonna tell you right now, that's the reason why you have the PG County flight. They don't want to be around the YNs. So what they do, they move on down south to southern counties.
This one says Micca is spreading misinformation in the black community. Not Micca. They're talking about whoever we was playing.
I know.
She is spreading misinformation in the black community. Of course, hate will spread because most people get their news from social media. We have to pray more. I agree 1000%, Chris.
Yeah, and then they don't know too, Van. They don't know because my entire family is military, law enforcement, Secret Service, all that good stuff. So you don't actually know how to look at a lot of these cameras. They don't know. Most people that talk nonsense on the internet has never been in a gunfight, can't shoot a gun, don't know how to shoot a gun, don't know how quick these things change. I mean, in an instant. If you actually go on a ride along, okay, and go into some of these communities that you're like, oh, this can happen, go on a ride along with a police officer. Go on one. And go in the most dangerous neighborhoods. And see what happens in 60 seconds. See what happens. See how quick you can pull your gun. See how quick you won't get shot. See how quick you can find a leg to shoot. Shoot him in the leg. Shoot him in the arm. Okay. I've been shooting guns my entire life. Shoot him in the leg. Shoot him in the arm. A moving target. Soccer team. Okay. Yeah, right. Okay. You know, they're all gun experts. Meanwhile, I don't like guns. Please. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. Like, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. And unfortunately for that baby, because he is a baby. Okay.
I mean, 18, he is a baby, but you know what I mean?
I mean, he had his whole life ahead of him. Okay. And I'm not unempathetic to that. But that is where these boys are. That's where they at, and everybody's praising it. So why would anybody coming up change it? Two things can be true. It is absolutely sad that an 18-year-old boy is gone. It is absolutely sad. Because anybody say, I love children. But some of these children, they're not raised right. They're not raised right. And they don't care about you, your family, and they will take you the hell out. They be like this high and they will take you the hell out. So now they've gone from being looked at as children to predators. And it's sad because you want to look at a child as a child. Thank you, True Business, for my glazing. Because man is always going to be a hater. Thank you. No, just playing. Thank you. I do appreciate it though.
Hey, thank you, True Business, and I was about to say Chris Quas. Chris Quas. You cooking? You all right?
I told you, I feel a way when it comes to children. Like, I don't like, on one hand, I don't like that I have to talk about children who do this. But on the other hand, it's too many YNs out here. It's too many YNs. It's too many. Bad. They be hating on Van.
Yeah, Van Jones be crying all the time.
Oh no, I'll give him this. This was actually
He's trying to be fair.
This was a good episode.
He's been fair. Yeah.
This was a good episode.
Yeah.
I can give credit when credit is due. He is a big crybaby. Okay, crying Jones. But this was a good episode, so I'll give him that. He got about 10 more he need to do to make all that crying up. They talk about the crying Jordan. They need to have the crying Van.
I mean, I like that he's on the search for truth. He seems wish-washy because he's on his search for truth right now.
He seems wish-washy because most of y'all, meaning men, especially black men, know that that Democrat Party is full of it. Y'all know it.
Not if Swollen Martin calling us dumb as hell for even considering.
Swollen Martin is a glitter bottom. You don't count him. Okay? When you're a glitter bottom on the left, it's wild.
What's your problem with glitter bottles? Glitter farts. Somebody called him a glitter fart.
That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. It's a glitter bottom. We know. You know?
Wow, that's so disrespectful, man.
No, well, Roland Martin, I don't care. How many times have I told you? If they on that side, I don't care. He disrespected us. Talking about people of color that are Trump supporters are dumb and all this other stuff. Okay, you about to get this work.
I listened to when I cut on X today. I listened to somebody's stage. Somebody was having a stage talk, and it was the Hoteps, and the Hoteps don't like black conservatives, so at all. Thank you so much for the super chat. Not going to front. Ignorant YNs have been glorified for at least 2 generations. The sad part is they're soft with switches. Hey man, don't be talking about the YN switches. I ain't gonna talk about them. I ain't saying nothing about the YN switches.
What's soft with switches? What's that mean? What the switches
They
mean?
soft with the guns that they got with the extended switch. that when they push it one time, they don't know how to hit anything because they
Oh
don't.
no. They don't even see. At least the mafia went to like target practice. You know, they actually put some money into these type of things.
That's why I keep on telling them.
The target.
Listen, that's what I keep on telling them. Look, stop talking about race wars, man. These white people been trying. They've been practicing shooting since they was 9 years old, probably 7. They probably shot their first deer when he was 11. You know what I mean? And they are very well in shooting. We need to chill with that. I think we need to lead with love, man. Not even lead with fear either. I don't care about if there is some type of war, civil war, whatever the case may be, then it is what it is. I hope that's not the case. But if we lead with love, we will be all right, man. We will be fine. We'll be much better off than we are right now. At the end of the day, I get it. Like everybody's believing their base. Everybody's bass is getting louder and louder. And when I say everyone's bass, I'm not only talking about the black people. I know we're joking about the YNs, but these ignorant racist as white people, they are joining forces too. How else could a lady raise $600,000 after calling a little kid an N-word on a swing at a playground? It's like if they doing it, we gonna do it, huh?
She raised $600,000 to do what?
You didn't hear about Shiloh Hendricks?
No.
Holy crap. Okay. I was trying to avoid showing you this, but I got to. This just now happened this week. So Shiloh Hendricks, white lady. Let me show this to you right quick. And I ain't even going to stay on this. I'm not going to belabor this point, but I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is this, guys. Y'all ain't got to give into the darkness. You ain't got to give into the hate. If you do, it's your own fault. It's your own terms. All right. If you start being ignorant and disrespectful and looking for smoke, you're going to find exactly what you're looking for. And I don't want you blaming nobody else but yourself and your community, especially if you had an opportunity to calm them down a little bit, to talk some sense into the people that you know. So when I see this type of stuff, it blows me. So this lady right here, let me show you what I'm talking about. Her name is Shiloh Hendricks, and this right here just now happened. Okay, here we go.
You call him a nigger, the child? The fuck you talking Did you about? Call the child the nigger word? It is my own business. You call him a nigger? Okay, why don't you have the balls to say it right now again? Fuck you, nigger. Okay. Nigger. All right, that's what you say. Go dig into people's shit, you dumb fuck. Nobody dig into your shit. A little fucking kid just did, you dumbass. That little kid, you call him a nigger? Yeah. The little child? What if he acts like one is gonna Are you about to hit him? You chase him here? He took my son's stuff. So that gives you the right to call the child, 5-year-old, a nigger, the N-word. If that's what he's gonna act That's like. What you're gonna call him. That's what he's gonna act like. You know, that's a hate speech. And you can be recorded for that. I don't give a shit. Huh. Okay, we'll see about that, what the internet has to say about you.
Seeing is believing. I have never seen anybody be racist to a child on the spectrum of autism. Today, this is her.
So yeah, that's Shiloh Hendricks. She just now raised a little bit of money, a little bit of coin. Here is her GoFundMe right here. This is from earlier today, where she raised $505,000 and $505,430, where they upped it to $1 million.
Oh, she gonna need it to fix all them wrinkles in her neck.
Oh Lord,
this woman is batshit crazy. Like when I tell you, you know, everybody has equal opportunity smoke. Okay, this woman right here. That first of all, it's a child. Okay, it's a child. All right. Second of all, there are tons of people that think like her. Okay, which is why she has the money that she has. Just like it's tons of people that think like them YNs. They're all degenerate. They're all trash. The fact that you would say all of that to a child, I told you I don't play when it comes to children. The fact that you would say all that to a child, I don't care what that child did. There's nothing wrong with correcting a child. Okay, if they do something wrong, there's nothing wrong with correcting them. However, to sit up there and say, "Oh, I'm gonna call a child names," and please,
because that's what he's acting like.
she's dusty. She need the money. It'll be gone because she look like she on meth. It'll be gone in a minute. She's dusty. Look at her.
And here's the thing, though. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that she's raising money, right? Because it's ignorant people on both sides.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at any of this.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised that there are black people. I'm sorry, there was YNs over there praising killing people because they're trash, and I'm not surprised that there's white trash over here because that's what that is. My family would have said it real quick. Trash. That's what that is. It's white trash.
Yeah. And of course, the messages that were left on the GoFundMe is going all over TikTok, and people are posting them because people are celebrating white America. Finally, let's tell them who they are. If they act like it, call them out, F them in words and all this other stuff. And it's like everybody's fueling each other's fire. Like this fire has been fueled on this side, the fire has been fueled on the left. Look, we in the middle. And we just like, can everybody just have some goddamn common sense, realize that we all got to live here together? Can we just do what we have to do so we can not only survive, but thrive? Is that asking too much?
See, the same way I feel about the children that have to deal with these type of parents. Look at that poor baby. He got to sit there with a trash mother.
Yeah.
And he's going to be raised in that environment.
A rich trash mother.
No, she's not rich. 600K ain't no rich.
That is rich.
She's not rich.
Please.
That's
not
rich. First of all, she don't have financial literacy. I assure you she doesn't.
Time out. Is chat. Let me know, is rich $600,000. Are you rich if you got $600,000?
It's not rich. It's more money than she got. Than she has right now.
That is wealthy and is generational.
That is not what. No. When you have a steady of 600K, she does not. That's called a payout. It will be gone. Trust me.
Y'all are so bougie.
She works at the Piggly Wiggly in the back. I assure you she does. Might not even be there no more.
Yeah, she should probably keep that job because that 600K gonna be gone.
It's gonna be gone. It's
like
gonna
4 months.
It's gonna be gone. By the time she gonna get them Kim Zolciak wigs, okay. By the time she gonna get those, by the time she gonna get all the Botox in her neck, by the time she fix them frown lines, by the time she go and actually fix up that trailer, I assure you it's gonna be gone. Her and Jim Bob gonna spend it all. They're gonna be down to 15 every day.
You saying she live in Myrtle Manor? She about to add a deck.
She lived in the Ozarks.
The Ozarks. The Ozarks is nice though.
No.
Just
like it's nice parts of DC. Just like it's nice parts of Maryland, it's not so nice parts of Maryland. Okay. That woman is trash. Okay. She's trash.
Well, here's another piece of the puzzle. So the guy that was recording her was this guy. He's a Somalian videographer. Apparently, he and another guy are going to appear in court today, May 5th, on joint charges of 3rd and 5th degree criminal sex assault after being accused of raping a 16-year-old after offering her a place to stay. Obviously, that information had to be found out by the people who are in support of this lady, but want to be a little fair at the same time.
Nobody's above reproach. Two things can be true. What he said on that video was factual. And if he did what they're alleging that he did, he's disgusting. And I hope they lock him up.
In the Somali community, Ilhan, Omar, and them, they need to come together and put together his GoFundMe. Since saving criminals is what we're doing, paying criminals to be criminals is what we're doing.
Apparently, that's what we're doing. The dad got to GoFundMe over there with the YNs. Bust down Becky over here. She got to GoFundMe. Okay, so and go ahead and add the Somalian. We love degeneracy in all colors. Ciao. And this is what they push to the front. This is what they push to the front, right? But they would never push somebody, and I'm not saying myself, but they would never push somebody like me that grew up in a multiracial home, that never used the N-word. Never. I really didn't learn that word until like damn near high school.
That word was one of my best friends since I was in elementary school.
And that was because Black kids were calling themselves that.
I use that word all the time. And black mothers and fathers use that talking to their children too.
Awful.
And sometimes not always in a bad way.
There's nothing good about it. And I'm telling you right now, anytime I think of that word, it's usually because that person is a degenerate. I've never used that word in any type of endearment because it doesn't mean anything endearing. I don't care how you change it. It doesn't mean anything good. I understand because a lot of people grew up that way and it's hard to shake bad habits, but nothing good. Nothing good. Nothing good at all. And so I'm just saying there's nobody that I've ever seen say, hey, let's go in. If you look at anybody that's mixed race, right? They're always trying to push them to one side or the other. They never actually look at the beauty of actually having a family that's all together like that. If America is the melting pot that it is, why don't we gather around that? Because people on both sides like to stay ignorant. They want to be degenerates.
Yeah, that's true. That's true right there.
I've talked to you plenty of times and told you, look, there's all types of food at my house. Okay, they all fight for the counter. Everybody wants to put up their food. We got Polish sausages. It's the same as we got that thick macaroni and cheese that look like a brick. Okay. All right. We got regular, tuna casserole. We got green bean casserole. Because it don't effing matter. It don't matter.
Y'all got green bean casserole?
I love green bean casserole.
Get out of here. You the first Black person I ever heard. Well, what? Never mind.
Girl, exactly. Velvet jeans. Yeah. So that's what I mean. Yeah. I love all of it. I love all of it. But they don't want to do that. They don't want to do that. They want to sit here and race bait. They want to sit here, make you pick a side so I can sit and be a surgeon in my own family.
I got one more question. I got one more question for you before we go.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you gay?
You a damn lie. We ain't talking to me. Who you talking to? Who you talking to? Oh, you're talking.
You never seen that that interview?
No, who was that?
Oh wow, you never seen the "Why Are You Gay" conversation?
No, who would do that?
Oh man, this is the funniest interview in the world. It's the funniest
Oh,
interview
we
in
do
the world.
that.
You got to see it one day. We'll look at it one day. We'll look at if you
I've never
don't
seen that.
if you don't get to it before I do.
You
We'll
gonna make
check
me
it
look
out.
it up now. Why are you gay?
Why are you gay?
Hold on. The way they put it in the chat, I'm gonna assume it's an African.
It is an African.
Oh look, somebody just said it. Because African people, they don't have no cut cards.
He sat down next. He was interviewing a butch lady that was dressed in a suit, and he said, "Why are you gay?" And the butch says, "Who says I'm gay?" And he says, "You are gay." And he said, "You are transgender."
Oh
and then he said, "Who made you gay?" Or something like that. And she says, "I'm not gay." He said, "You are gay." So he just stayed on it. Like he was asking all of the deep diving questions because she was trying to say, "I'm not gay. She was trying to say, "I'm not gay. I'm a man," is what she was trying to say. And he
No,
wasn't
okay.
like, "Nah, you are gay."
Look, that's one thing I keep telling you that I thoroughly used to respect about the old gays. They ain't never had none of this confusion stuff. They be like, "Look, I'm gay, I'm gay. Okay, I'm gay."
Yeah, you knew who the gays was.
These joints nowadays, I'm not gay because technically I identify as a man and I identify as non-binary to carry the one, and I'm a plus. Plus, I'm on this spectrum, and gender is this spectrum. Girl,
Don't
you
be
a
a phobic. Don't be a phobic.
I'm
Not
not
on this
scared
show.
of
You're
none
not
of
gonna be no
them. I'm not
phobic.
scared of none of them. I love everybody. Okay.
You love everybody?
I love
I
everybody.
try to love everybody. That's
I love
very difficult.
everybody. But when you out of pocket, you out of pocket. Black, white, straight, gay. Everybody can get it. Your status doesn't protect you. Okay. The only people that I don't bother is, I don't bother people who can't, understand. Outside of that, if you have faculties, you can get it. Because you know what I'm saying.
I think Chinese gays are hilarious.
Now you know what?
That's the
I ain't
funniest
never seen
gays.
that one.
You have never seen a Chinese gay?
Never. I have never seen
In
a
movies, the Chinese gays.
I gotta write down stuff now, man. Because I
Hey,
have
go you
a Chinese gay.
yeah, you go find it out. Go do your research on the Chinese gays.
I've never seen it like out front.
See that? You see that? Because they try to hide it, but there's a whole lot of Chinese gays that's
Good for
infiltrating
them.
this country.
Good for them. It's nobody's business.
Whose business?
It's nobody's business. My best friend was gay, and nobody knew. But it's nobody's business.
I think all of the Chinese people should tell us if they're gay. That's just an American rule right there. That's in the Constitution.
Chinese. Why?
That's in the Constitution.
Why?
Because of tariffs.
Shut up, man.
Hey guys, thank y'all so much for hanging out with us per usual. Make sure y'all hit the like button. I don't know how many likes we got, but I don't think it's enough. We did not get anywhere near our goal of 500 million likes. Okay. But I do appreciate you guys. Y'all continue to rock out. And if you have not already followed On Point with Van and Micca, make sure you do so.
That chat
Right.
does crack me up too. I be
Yeah, they're
like,
dope.
I
They're
just
dope.
laugh. Y'all are hilarious.
Yeah, they dope. They dope. Y'all need to spread the word.
I'm dead serious. I'm gonna have to look this Chinese gay stuff up. I have never seen one.
There's no Chinese gays. The Chinese gays are little, they real incognito. Ancient Chinese secrets. Sha-na-na-na-na-na-na. Ancient Chinese secrets.
And
Sha-na-na-na.
we're from DC. I didn't see plenty of gay pride parades.
I've never been to one. I've been to a Black
I've
Lives
never
Matter.
gone, but of course, living in the city, this is this bar has Pride something going on. This has something going on. So
now you're gonna be seeing all the Chinese gays. You'll be like,
I'm
I
gonna
see
be
one. I see no one.
this summer. I'm gonna be looking for a watch because I've never seen it.
Wow. Everyone who submitted a super chat, thank y'all, man. Everybody who chilled with us and had a conversation respectfully with one another. Y'all are absolutely dope.
Lady boys are different though. That's Thailand.
Huh?
The lady boys. See, even when they're doing, you know, trans stuff, they're still honest. That's why it's called a lady boy. They tell you up front, I'm a lady, but I'm a boy. You never seen the lady boys? Don't do
and they are not doing it right.
Some of the
Any
lady,
man
some of
that's
the
dressed
lady
like a
boys,
woman is not doing it right.
some of the lady boys, no, something. Look,
And how come every time I'm doing my clothes, you reading the daggone chat?
And look, what am I supposed to do?
I'm closing us out so we can leave.
Did I watch half and half? I saw that show on UPN, I think it was. Okay, chat. He doesn't want me to talk to you.
Later, chat. We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace.